interviews on TimeCube. Yo, Burger's here. Yo, perfect timing. Burger's been waiting. You're a fucking champ. All right, let's set my phone up. Let me know if Lulu's too loud, Burger. I can turn Lulu down.
Yeah, tell us the audio quality. It's probably shit, but it's the best we can do.
Yeah, I can turn Lulu down a little bit. I think that should help. Like here. Zlemas, Red and Array, welcome.
Ooh,
Okay, I'm going to open up that lo-fi, putting that in the background.
Yeah, this
just subtle lo-fi.
Lo-fi.
Mr. Corbs, hi, welcome. How you doing, bro? So we're doing conspiracy theories with Lulu stream. Let me make sure I got Burger posting up, and we'll get into some crazy banter here soon.
What should we start off with?
To see if she's insane. I don't think Lulu's insane. I think Lulu's gonna have good points.
Well.
Can you guys hear Lulu pretty well? And how loud am I compared to Lulu, by the way? Yeah, you can hear Lulu? Good. Okay. Right.
I don't know a ton about conspiracy theories, so I'll be learning and doing research too.
Yeah, so Lulu might be taken away by some of these. Like, I don't think Lulu knows a whole lot about, like, the Zetas and the Dolphins.
I don't know what the fuck that is. But
yeah, see? Hi, Cedric. Hi, Doji.
Let me open AniLive on my phone. Our thumbnail's so good.
My face in the picture too with the hat on, I'm just like, bleh.
You look so short.
You made me shorter than you, and I'm like half an inch shorter than you. It's your boots.
That's my boots.
All right, Burger posting is up.
Okay, let me open the Twitch chat too. Are you guys ready for
Audio's
some TimeCube today?
Hi, Taco. Hi, Denny. Lulu's a little lower than you volume-wise. I can bring Lulu up a little more. And then the music as well down. All right. So is this good? Yeah, so I actually didn't do much research into TimeCube. I just started reading the original website and threw it into Schizo posting, and apparently Lulu has done the research. I mentioned TimeCube. Yeah, so we're going to learn about TimeCube today. That's going to be the first topic is TimeCube. So sit back.
Unfortunately, we can't talk about the religious parts of TimeCube. For obvious reasons.
Well, the guy who made TimeCube's a narcissist and called himself God. Let's just summarize it there.
It's basically the creator has a God complex.
So we're gonna skip anything that has the negative or positive connotations on that. So, but go ahead about TimeCube because I'm interested to know the details that I was afraid to read in that Schizo post.
So, I watched a video on it, and I watched some interviews, right? And his whole concept is everything living is made out of things of 4. So he's saying, a cube has 4. The Earth is a cube. There's a giant cube inside of the Earth. But what's so funny is he says that a cube has 4 corners, but really a cube has 8 corners. It's just basically he's like, I am greater than God. God does not. Blah blah blah.
Because he knows that everything has 4 corners.
Yeah, so it's just basically a bunch of nonsense, and he got so popular that people were finally taking him up on debating him in like colleges.
Yeah.
And he had like so many followers, and
so it became a cult, and people actually did believe him. So
well, I don't think it was like a cult. I think he was basically used as like kind of a. I don't know if I'm using this term, like lol cow.
So yeah, so he was a meme. It was a meme cult. It wasn't real.
Yeah.
They didn't actually believe it. They just thought it was such a funny schizo post. They're like, hell yeah, I'm a believer in Time Cube.
Yeah.
Are you a Time Cuber? Yeah, I'm a Time Cuber. Like, just internet shenanigans almost. Hi, Luke. Welcome. Bro.
There was this one guy, and he had like a whole YouTube channel dedicated to Time Cube. And I believe it was Steve Irwin that died.
No,
and
too soon.
The guy made a video because he was Australian, I believe, and he was like just talking about how sad it was, Steve Irwin's death, and then he links it back to Time Cube.
Oh my god! Okay, that's a schizo post.
Right after he died.
Hi, Yasha. Okay, linking Time Cube to Steve Irwin's demise. Schizo post, yes or no, chat?
I think it's a schizo post, guys.
Do you think it has anything to do with Steve Irwin?
I don't think so.
So Time Cube is already a schizo post, but somebody, okay, yeah, either that or it's just the best shit post ever. It's either a schizo post or they were just like really out there to shit post that day. Steve Irwin has 4 vowels. Okay, Cedric is onto something.
Yeah, it's the 4. It's the 4 and 4. He like connected it together.
Well, welcome to one of my streams. They tend to get a little unhinged. It's a psyop by Big Stingray. What? Rixie Poet might be listening, bro.
Yeah. She might be listening.
I haven't seen the documentary. Which one, Bacon? Oh, on his death? Use this human manatee psyop. See, I'm thinking that, yeah, maybe Steve Irwin got too deep into one of these and he like learned about the dolphins and the grays.
Maybe.
Do you think that maybe Steve Irwin's death was actually conspiracy and he's like living with Tupac?
Oh god.
Or do you think they're like the A-team and they're hunting down Epstein, who's also still alive?
Okay, question for chat. Do you guys still think Epstein is still alive? Does anyone here think Epstein's still alive?
No.
No? Nah, he dead. Okay.
I think that because there's only one photo of him that's like proof or whatever that he's still alive, and it's like on his own island. It just doesn't make sense.
He's balling.
Hey, Monique. Nyasta. He balling somewhere. He knew way too much. He had to go. Yeah. I mean, and then his second in command got busted for like everything and like to try to take it down for everybody. So yeah. But we won't get too deep into Pizzagate on this one. We'll leave that at what you guys already know.
We're not going to talk about that.
But yeah. So any more information on Time Cube I need to know, or just keep it in Schizo Post in my tier list.
Keep it in Schizo Post. I'm not going to try to convince you of this. There's no way. Like, it's not even possible. The guy was like rambling on. Like, I mean, it just was incomprehensible. I was reading through it and then listening to his interviews. He's just some old man. His name is Gene Ray. I don't know if he's still alive.
I mean, he has a cool name, Gene Ray.
I don't know. That name Lulu has 4 letters. Oh my gosh.
Oh my god, Lulu has 4 letters.
Time Cube.
Time Cube.
It always goes back to the cube, guys.
If it starts going back to the cube too much, I'm actually going to go crazy.
Lulu Cube. Guys, keep in mind, syllables of 4, anything of a square, it all goes back
Gene
to the
Ray,
cube.
Stingray, wake up, sheeple. Oh. Oh.
Embrace the Time Cube.
Chat, you guys got me. So, human manatee theory. I vaguely mentioned this to you off of stream.
I don't know this one.
Yeah, but you said that seems plausible somehow.
I did not say that.
Oh, no, you're right. It wasn't human manatee. It was aquatic ape that you were the enjoyer of. It was aquatic ape. My bad.
Okay. I don't know much about aquatic ape theory, but that's not like what I was saying in DMs. But if I knew more, maybe I would think it's plausible.
Does anybody here know how that works? Isn't that just like a re-evolution? It's evolution just reimagined, right? From what I've seen. It's like, instead of being fish, we were aquatic apes. Like, that's the missing link, is the aquatic ape.
I mean, what I said was like, okay. So I don't know much about Darwinism because, like, in school I wasn't taught Darwinism. So
Yeah.
all I know is that there was a fish, then something else, ape, and then people.
I was taught both creation and evolution, so I learned both growing up. It seems, even if I was to be like a creationist, I still am like I'm trying to be objective regardless. I'm not, just for the record, but like it seems a little far fetched that we were aquatic apes. Like the Earth has shifted around so many times, it's always had land mass. Like, I don't think everything starts in the water. Like, that just seems crazy to think that we're aquatic apes. But it does make more sense to me personally. I will say aquatic ape isn't total crazy nonsense, because I think us evolving from fish and then like turning into like reptiles and then into mammals somehow, I think that's nonsense, because it doesn't even make sense, bro. To me, at least.
Said, well, hold on. Well, keep in mind, evolution is still a theory and not a
Yeah,
law.
it's a theory.
The reason being, the Cambrian explosion can entirely be explained.
Yeah, Burger.
We know that it happened.
Burger, exactly. Fish equals question mark equals man. Aquatic ape. That's the missing link. It took millions of years.
The missing link, guys. We were aquatic apes.
Yeah, but do we know what we were, Cedric? Were we aquatic apes? Aquatic ape theory, I don't know if I want to put it in You Had Me in the First Half or schizo posting. It's a very it's like somebody thought way too hard. We were sea monkeys, exactly. Yeah, I agree. That doesn't make sense. We wouldn't have the same characteristics.
Because we wouldn't have had the evolved characteristics of ape and water.
Okay, but now that brings me to human manatee. Apparently, if I'm not mistaken, in the human manatee theory, we are related to manatees. They are our closest relative on Earth.
That's interesting.
So we might have evolved from one of them, like back in the day. Apparently, that's how we were like sea creatures.
I mean,
the humanity.
Were our toes and fingers fused together in the past? Or will we eventually evolve for our toes and fingers to be fused?
Oh yeah, that and what sailors used to do with them, Burger.
Manatee.
We're not getting into that though. Those are some details for you guys to research on your own time about manatees.
Yeah, it's not like Tusk.
It's like the
very scarring.
Very scarring. I watched only the trailer for it and I was scarred.
Yeah, I mean, not as scarring as Human Centipede, though.
Oh, yo.
As bad as that.
Luke's onto something. He's like, I don't know, people are still born with webbed feet and hands and toes. Like, that's some recessive gene, really? Bro.
Oh. I mean, I guess that makes... I guess the theory that we were manatees more believable.
So, does that mean that mer people exist?
I mean, I guess we don't know.
Like, really deep down?
Probably not. But then again... Maybe they are. We don't know. Or maybe they were mer people in the past.
I don't want to say it's aliens, but I'm pretty sure it's just aliens. Hi, Emma. Welcome. Tusk was worse than Human Centipede? Was it actually?
Really? No way.
No way mer people exist.
If you really think about the concept of Human Centipede, just really think about it.
It's not that bad.
I think it's pretty bad.
I mean,
after like maybe the first couple times is bad.
Yeah, you get desensitized. You know, there's parts of the internet that desensitize you to that kind of stuff pretty early on in life, and you know, maybe just degens like us, like me, I guess. I don't want to associate anybody else here. Maybe it just wasn't that bad because, you know, I already saw worse than that on the internet.
Oh, I haven't. It's just the more you think about it, the grosser it is.
I mean, it's a cycle. It's not like they were in a circle. See, if they were in a complete circle and it just kept getting recycled, that'd have been worse.
I believe it isn't it a circle?
In part 2, is it a circle, Luke? I don't know, man. I know the first one. South Park
Human
episode for
Centipede.
Human Centipede? Vaguely.
Oh, God. I have not seen that.
The
They never
deep
made a
ocean.
circle, but they should have.
I do
They
agree
never
with that,
did.
Argo. The ocean has crazy stuff at the bottom that we don't even know like anything about, like hardly at all.
Exactly. So there could be more people, guys, but they never venture farther into the surface. So we don't know.
Plus, there's USOs. Oh, Emma, thank you for the energy drink. I'll take another gulp of Red Bull. See, a lot of sightings of UFOs, they go underwater, Lulu. The USOs.
So, yeah, that's what I was going to talk about. So, there could possibly be UFOs that are underwater that we haven't discovered.
Oh yeah, there's definitely like I wonder if like all the alien bases are actually just underwater.
I mean, I don't know about that. They could be.
And money. Yeah. I mean, where would you hide your base if you had like a little mini base, like a house on Earth, like your timeshare on Earth, bro? Would you just have it underwater? Like humans are too stupid to go down there. Sense. Yeah, ocean's a big place after all. Yeah, Burger.
Now they're in Egypt.
If you had a timeshare on Earth and you were an alien with a bunch of alien bucks and a cool ass UFO that went underwater, would you not have a nice like Pacific Ocean like house? Or maybe they go down to Hollow Earth through there somehow. I don't know, man. I don't believe in Hollow Earth.
Oh, we need to talk about Hollow Earth, okay?
You might have me in the first half, but it's gonna turn schizo. I know it. All right, go on.
No, I don't know much about Hollow Earth, but I've heard the theories about it. I think it's really interesting.
It's cool.
So there's a map.
Cool.
Map of missing people in the U.S. Let me look it up. So what's interesting about this map? So it marks areas with a huge concentration of missing people, and it connects to the cave systems in the U.S.
Is this where the reptilians are coming from? Like what?
So all the cases of missing people. So it like almost matches perfectly with cave systems.
What?
In the U.S., which is interesting.
What the fuck?
Yeah, isn't that insane? Hold on, let me see it.
Okay, Lulu Schizo posting, guys. Everybody listen in. The mole people. No, man, it's the reptilians, Burger. Roanoke County? What you mean, Argo?
I think it's called Missing 411.
The children want the black lung, Rixie. Yo, we can make a horror movie based off this. The children just start going into the mines, disappearing.
I can find it. Okay, here it is. Okay, so this is a map of cave systems. Here, let me just send it to you. And then I believe the teal parts is limestone caves.
I just clicked on the adjustable bunny phone stand on accident.
And if you look at it, so the top one is, sorry you guys can't see this, but I sent it in your DMs. Yeah. So the top one is missing people. And then look at the cave systems. Look how similar it matches up.
Sorta? I don't know. That kind of seems like it just seems like human trafficking, right? Or is it?
Oh.
Is it actually like caves? I don't know.
I mean, if you look at it, it kind of matches up. I mean, you even see. Yeah. In California, the yellow, teal, and then
limestone caves and lava caves. Huh. The mole people are real, bro. I don't think they're mole people. I think there's something else.
Well, we don't know if it might just be people.
People called Thwata Danan, and their arch nemesis was the people from underground, the mythical. Okay, this is like some. This is some weird fucking.
I'm not saying this.
Fiction book in like the library that you pick out in school because you don't know what else to pick. You have to like a book report due or whatever, and then you read some book about this.
Check the maps from before and after.
Yeah, okay, Rixie has a point. It could be a lot different.
Could be.
Yo, Long.
Hako's a reptilian? Hako, you're a reptilian? Okay, does anyone here believe in reptilian people?
I already put this one high up on my list as too believable.
Too believable?
Not too believable. I think
it
was maybe, or you had me in the half. I don't remember.
I don't know if there's any evidence.
I didn't put it in schizo posting because reptilians have been around like forever. They're like even in ancient texts, like Naga, Serpa, dragons, vampires. Those are all technically just reptilians. They all drank blood of humans.
You know what I find odd is that there have been like dragons ever since the beginning of human civilization. No, like talks about dragons.
Yeah, that's just a different name for the a vampire, which would be the eastern version of a dragon, and then the more farther east you go, which would be like Pakistan and India, there's Naga and then Serpa.
I find that interesting.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Reptilians aren't too far-fetched because like they've been around forever. It's not like a new theory, right? It's like it's kind of has some sort of old school relevance, like things that like would show up in Drink Your Blood, and there's still folk tales about those things in I know that like in the Middle East, like Pakistan and Afghanistan, like those Stan regions, that they have beliefs about like vampires that come. So, and they're apparently of reptilianish, like the way they look too. So I don't know, man. Maybe they're real. Who knows? I don't know if it's like David Icke's like reptilians are ruling the world type stuff, but who knows? We'll get into that later. I mean, unless you want to. You guys think the reptilians are rule the world? I don't know. I think that's just a bunch of people with a lot of money.
Yeah, I think it's more of the money part.
Yeah.
Not the reptilian part.
Talk about how they praise shrine dragons to ward off the evil ones. Latin culture.
I guess so.
Hey, everybody's saying the reptilians are real. Okay. First they were like, no, they're not. Now everyone's like, you know what? Okay, you know what? A lot of cultures did talk about these things. If sentient reptiles ruled, what would change? I don't know. They would probably convince us. They would convince us that dinosaurs were extinct. But they're not. And we live in the Matrix and dinosaurs rule the world.
Dinosaurs are in Hollow Earth, guys.
I mean, they might be. Assuming Hollow Earth is real. Hi, Cryo. Okay, so you got to know a lot about the flat Earth, though, right? Because like you put that in the thumbnail, and I'm just gonna assume.
Well, actually, I had some coworkers at my old job who genuinely believed in flat Earth. Like they genuinely believed it, which is.
I mean, there's a lot of people. They have conventions for that shit, man. They are like dedicated.
I know.
They got so many explanations for like everything. I'm like, God damn, you guys are like motivated. You're like really out here to prove the Earth is flat. I mean, and they'll have me in the first half, but then they always say some crazy off like hand schizo shit that just doesn't add up. And I'm like, wait, how does that tie into any of this? And then I start getting confused, and I'm like, never mind, I don't care anymore. And then I walk away and remember that the Earth is actually oval shaped.
No, it's cube shaped. So
oh, sorry, time cube.
You fool!
You fool!
It's cube shaped.
It's a cube.
There are 4 quarters in a cube. It all links back to 4s, Soma.
You know what's weird though is it actually links to 3. It's always the rule of 3, and then pyramids actually do have like some sort of crazy weird power that we don't understand. So like, Cube Guy was on something, but it wasn't. It wasn't logic. Cube Guy was on his own like tangents.
Yeah, Gene Ray.
Gene Ray.
He spent, I believe, $200,000 on his efforts for Time Cube. And guess where he put that money? On credit cards.
Man.
I mean, he said it so himself.
Wait, so he maxed out credit cards trying to spread the word of Time Cube?
The word of Time Cube.
That's actually kind of based. He may have had mental problems, but don't we all? Jean Ray,
Yeah.
I aspire to be like you one day and blow $200,000 on my passion. Did aliens build the pyramids? Probably. Yeah, John Titor, the guy from the future, Argo. You might have to look this one up real quick, Lulu. We'll have to have your take on John Titor.
What is it? John Teeter?
Yeah,
I got you.
Yeah, is this a schizo post? Do you think this guy's real, or do you think he was just trolling everyone?
Okay. Let me read the.
No, listen. Kyohei's been to the future. He's just gonna reveal everything to us, and then he's gonna ask me for child support.
Hold on. So John Teeter claimed to be from the future.
Is that dinosaur-filled pinata? What? Taco? No.
Okay, so in 1998, radio host of a popular science fiction show got a fax from an American soldier who claimed to have detailed knowledge of time travel in November of 2000. That same American soldier logged onto a message board. His name was John Teeter, and like all of the other commenters on the forum, he posted several messages and engaged in conversation on multiple threads about a time machine. Unlike the other commenters, however, he theorized the 6 components that would be needed to make one work. So he was talking about building a time machine. I think he might have been schizo posting.
No, John Tito.
I mean, yeah, he was claiming he was from the future.
Yeah, he claimed he was from the future.
And he's posting about it. And then he was telling us the, I guess, components that would needed to make a time machine work.
So you think he was just trolling people?
Possibly. Not quite sure. Hold on. He knew what these components were, he explained, because he was from the year 2036. There's no way.
T-Product says, I can't wait. For centuries in the future, our descendants will find the Eiffel Tower and go, it was a satellite tower to speak with the aliens.
Yeah, guys.
He also
speak with the aliens.
So apparently Titor also knew something odd, undisclosed about an IBM device that IBM later disclosed. So he had like some sort of insider knowledge on some other stuff.
Oh.
What's going on here?
I mean, it does give him credit that he was a soldier, I guess.
I mean, was he? Or was he just LARPing?
Oh, I'm not quite sure.
I mean, he got famous off it regardless, so, I mean,
yeah.
GG's, I guess.
Oh, here's a picture of it. Hold on. Of the
He was in Steins Gate. I don't know what Steins Gate is, actually. No, but was he schizo or just trolling? Who knows?
Hey, look at the image I sent you. This is the photo they used. This was the machine to save the future. Look at it. What is that?
It's a computer. It's a really, 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 really old shitty computer.
Looks ass.
I mean,
bro is saying he was from, what was it, 2036? Looks fucking ass. Yeah. IBM. That's clearly why.
IBMDs. That's my response. All right. We need some more takes from Lulu.
Oh gosh, I don't know much about these, but I'm gonna go from the too believable. I'm gonna look at the too believable section.
Yeah, just go off the chart.
Fluoride in the water. Now I think this one's true. I do think there is fluoride in the water.
I mean, every city has it though, but it is often used. Actually,
even my parents talked about this.
Yeah,
and my parents.
Countries like India, where they had too much of it, they were having like actual like bone breaking problems.
Yeah, even my parents were like, "Oh, drink from the tap; it'll help your teeth."
What? That's not how fluoride works. It breaks your bones.
Fluoride, yeah.
Oh.
And they were like, "Oh, the reason why you don't get cavities is because you drink tap water."
What? Okay, your parents were schizo posting too.
Yeah. we can't talk about Pizzagate.
No.
Can you explain the Men in Black? Do you know about the Men in Black?
I already did it too much one day, and I don't want to disappear.
Oh, okay. So we can't talk about Men in Black?
Well, okay, I'm going to assume that they work for the Department of Defense or either they're their own entity, and they don't have any identification on their cars, their helicopters, anything. They're just blacked out. And they kind of look like they're from, not Men in Black necessarily, they look like they're from like the Matrix. Because I have actually seen them before. But I'm not sure what their job is. I don't know if it has to do with aliens or not, but they do exist.
Atrazine is in what the hell is atrazine? It's in the water, but it's questionable the effect has on people. The original study was blacklisted, but the frogs are more vulnerable to chemicals because of skin.
Is this the frog chemical one?
I mean, fluorine. So, you know what? Never mind.
Are the frogs gay? Chad wants to know.
Chad wants to know what?
Are the frogs gay because of whatever you just said? Because you said something about frogs. Now we're intrigued.
Oh, well, I can't say this. I was going to talk about, well, so chlorine and, like, I know that chlorine, like, burns frog skin. So,
yeah.
I'm going to say that I know that.
Well, fluoride, okay, this might be a nerdism moment, but fluoride is actually extremely smaller, like small compared to chlorine. Molecularly, it's a lot lighter and smaller. It's why you can't just filter it out like with a burrito filter either. It's the smallest halogen. Fluoride and chlorine also both fuck up the iodine in your body, and that's the only halogen you're supposed to have in your body is iodine. So I do know that both chlorine and fluoride are bad for you.
Yeah.
And yeah, where it comes from as well, that's pretty fucked. Yeah, Luke. Where a lot of things we get actually come from, if you look into it, you might not want to even want to use it anymore.
Yep. We need more fluoride in the water to make the frogs more gay.
Yeah, they're not gay enough. Okay. Raise the fluoride. They're not gay enough.
More fluoride, guys. To make a megaverse real among the frogs.
Oh my god, what am I
oh my gosh, we have so many frogs. This is so bad.
There'd be so many frog omegas.
I think frogs are super cute. But this is so bad. I hate that my parents do this, but they will literally chuck frogs to the forest.
Do they pick them up and just whip them?
Yes, they pick them up and throw them.
But these are the same southern parents that told you to drink fluoride tap water.
Poor frogs. I feel so bad.
I do too. So I like frogs. Cute. I like toads and frogs. I prefer toads because they're less slimy, but they're both up there.
Okay, Cedric, no.
What kind of hillbilly activities is that? Well, you see, in the American South.
You see, in the South.
Frog chuck is a great southern pastime. Like you. That's what Track said.
They taste good, I hear. Oh, I did a short on frog legs. Argo, actually. In my slime form.
I like alligator. That's my southern comfort food.
Yeah.
That and biscuits and gravy.
Frog tastes like chicken. I've never tried it
myself. It's different texture. It's like a soft calamari.
Well,
it does kind of taste a little like chicken, calamari. Though, yeah.
Calamari, sorry. There. The 50-50 rule says that if you're living your life to the fullest, using all your gifts, realizing your capabilities, and achieving your dreams, you'll have 50% positive. Okay, I don't. Was that schizo? What?
What are you reading?
I was reading Lone Wolf's comment.
Oh, probably was though.
The frog chucking in the Lulu Southern accent.
A frog chucking.
I do not participate in this activity, guys. Frogs are really cute. I literally have a frog plushie, like on my desk right now.
That sounds traumatizing. That explains a lot, Lulu. Anyways.
Oh, let me tell you a story. This is so bad.
Okay, go on.
This is so bad. So one day in school we had a big rat problem in school.
Yeah.
And And our history teacher, like, got one of the rats and took it outside, and we were with him, like, dispose of it. Like, I didn't know he was going to do this, but he just drop kicks the rat.
Oh my.
He just drop kicks the rat.
Just right in front of the kids, just like, hey, look at me. Let me just.
We all screamed. We were screaming.
What a flex, sir. What a flex.
He just drop kicks the rat.
I don't think that's cap. I think that dude was just trying to flex on the kids.
Okay, just history teachers are a different breed.
They are, though. You're not wrong.
It is not cap. That genuinely happened.
I believe it.
Where do you go to school? I'm not telling you that information, and I don't go there anymore, but still.
There's also back in, what, 1880 or 1890s, like 7 or something. How long ago was that?
I believe it was from the 1800s.
Before
1870.
Before you got traveled here into the Isekai into the future, I think. I don't know.
More like 1850.
1850? You were no
1860.
You were born before smokeless powder? That's crazy.
I was isekai into the future.
Everybody now knows that your bullets travel lopsided and at low velocity. And you have a smoke plume in your face every time you shoot at us. So we have the high ground, Lulu.
No smokeless powder, but what about powder, less smoke?
Hey, yo. Huh? What? Okay, tracks. That tracks.
Okay, what are the totally wacky you put up here?
Some of those I don't even know what to say about them. Like, there's like
psychic vampires.
Yeah, psychic vampires. I don't even know what that is.
What the fuck is
it's saying, like, not only do vampires exist, but they're like psychic vampires.
Yeah, what is that? Should we talk about, where is it? Anunnaki? Can we talk about that one?
Do you know much about Anunnaki? Because I don't really know that much. I don't remember much about Anunnaki.
Okay, so, like, I know, like, a little bit about Anunnaki. So, apparently in ancient
Hi, Texan, welcome.
Egyptian, I guess, hieroglyphics or art, people drew pictures of the quote-unquote Anunnaki. That's what I know.
They suck your energy, bro? And they got that. Apparently, the Anunnaki have that gluck gluck, but on energy levels. That sounds more like. Oh, I think that's the psychic vampires that Hard Eyes is talking about. Never mind. Yeah, psychic vampires have the gluck gluck. Yeah, so Anunnaki are the giant ancient aliens, right?
Oh,
they're like the giants, like the Titans.
What was it called? Should I talk about this? I don't know if I should talk about this. Never mind.
Which one?
That might be too much on the religion. The giants. Hold on. What were their names?
Yeah, because Anunnaki has a little bit to do with religion too, if I'm not mistaken.
Nephilim.
Oh, Nephilim. Yeah, no, Nephilim is. Yeah.
I don't know if we can talk about them.
Yeah, we briefly touched upon it, and I just threw it in a category because, you know, I didn't want to go on about the religious aspects of conspiracy theories.
Lone Wolf, basically, they're giants, and that's all I'm going to say, because it teeters on religion too much. So, they're like cross, yes.
Yeah, Argo. Yeah. That's what they are. So, like, yeah. They're also that just kind of sounds a little silly, but who knows? Maybe.
Well, there's people who genuinely believe that.
Oh, yeah, I know there is.
I know that. I know someone. Like, I know multiple people.
They also think the Earth is flat, though. Those same people, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so...
Especially the people at my old job, yes.
They definitely like to browse some interesting places on the internet.
Oh, yeah, people think the Smithsonian stole giant bones. Interesting. Hold on. What about Illuminati? Do you know anything about the Illuminati?
I don't want to die.
Oh, so we can't talk about this one? Okay. Is this a pass? What is Lemuria?
Oh, Lemuria is like Atlantis, kind of.
Oh.
Yeah, just like the other Atlantis.
Reptilians. I can't read this. It's too tiny.
Atlantis 2.0. Why want Atlantis? We have Atlantis at home. Atlantis at home is Lemuria.
Do you know anything about Bush did 9/11?
Bohemian Grove. Bush did 9/11. All I know is Building 7. Look it up. I mean, don't look it up unless it's in Minecraft. Look up Building 7 in Minecraft or Roblox.
In Minecraft. Is this something I shouldn't have on my search history?
No, don't actually type in Minecraft. Just type Building 7.
Oh. Like, well, hopefully don't flag me.
No. You'll be fine.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I thought, but yeah, Luke, for real. Yeah, not everybody knows about it, really, or knows much about it, or like remembers the name of it, for example. Don't do shit. True, Rixie. Unless you like freaking throw your Tor browser up and you got the Tails operating system running.
I mean, I don't even know if VPNs work because most of them are like honeypots.
No, VPNs don't work like that. Also, it doesn't matter. All you're doing is looking up silly things. I actually made a joke on Conspiracy tier list night. I said, wow, after this search history, I'm going to be looked at kind of funny for a while, guys. Because I was looking up a lot of stuff.
Oh, are we talking about Bohemian Grove? No, I've seen videos of people exploring Bohemian Grove.
Yeah, that's like a thing. I don't know if it's like
I don't know if we're allowed to talk about it, but
yeah, it gets
really
weird. I don't know if
we'll get in trouble.
It gets weird as well. I don't even want to. Yeah,
I mean,
I want to talk about weird shit that's ridiculous, not weird shit that's like gonna make us like shit ourselves tonight while we're sleeping.
So, I posted our thumbnail on Twitter, right?
Yeah.
And I go and open my profile on Twitter, and it's not there. It's like Twitter is trying to suppress us, guys.
Twitter suppressing us already?
Yes. I posted it, and I just can't find it on my account. And I even got, I believe, Kenzo, and he was like, I don't see it. So
I see it.
If you guys see it, do you see it? Okay.
I see it.
Maybe for certain people, it's not showing up. They know what you looked up. Is that why? Is it because I'm silly?
You're too silly.
Is it because I'm silly? I don't know. Did I go on a schizo rant?
Oh, I see what you're saying. Why you can't see it like in the order.
Yeah.
It is because you added me.
Maybe because of the reply. It's probably because I replied in the beginning.
Yeah, it didn't see it as like a full post, so it
that makes sense. Guys, I'm silly. Ignore me. Ignore my crazy rants.
Too much.
I don't know how social media works, apparently.
That's what happens when you're born in the 1800s.
Yeah, exactly, guys. What's a Twitter?
What intonation is Twitter?
What intonation is a Twitter? Let's see. Let me look through these. Concave Earth. What is this? This is like.
Is it concave or convex Earth? Which one?
This is concave.
I only know about convex Earth. I don't know about concave. Which one of you guys is a concave Earther in chat? One of you weirdos has to be.
Tell me about concave Earth, like what you know about it.
I know convex is like a cone. Earth is like an ice cream cone.
Yeah.
Concave, I don't know. I don't know how that works.
I don't think...
I can look it up.
There's a picture of it. Let me look it up. Concave Earth.
Concave
Earth. Is it like a mix of hollow Earth?
I just thought it was hollow Earth, to be honest.
Okay, let me send you a picture.
Oh, isn't it where the North and the South Pole open up into the inside of the Earth?
Yes.
Oh, and that's why we're not allowed to go to the North or the South Pole?
Yeah.
Ah, yeah. I remember this theory. Okay, yeah, this one's actually kind of interesting because it is true. We can't actually go there. Like you're not allowed to go there. You're not allowed to fly over the North Pole, and you're not allowed to go do shit around the South Pole. So,
in
Operation High Jump, Admiral Byrd did say that in Antarctica there was a lot of green land, right? In Antarctica. So, I briefly told you about Operation High Jump. That was the whole like World War II Antarctica thing because the Germans. After World War One, Germany's colonies were taken from them, so they went to Antarctica. And one of the first things they went to do in Antarctica was to discover if the Earth was round or not by traveling to the South Pole. And there's like no real evidence of what happened, but with all the crazy inventions of World War II Germany, we can only imagine what they may or may not have found in Antarctica to begin with. Hi, Lumiora.
My gosh, Lumi!
The theory of humans finding the entrance to hell.
So it's like Terraria.
That's like when I wake up.
I think they found the entrance to hell in the Earth's core. That's probably it.
How do we get to the Earth's core, guys, though, with the...
Or Castle Miner Z. If anyone knows what Castle Miner Z is, I'll be shocked.
I vaguely do. So there's like... So you go in through the North Pole and the South Pole, and there's like... inside Earth. But then there's supposed to be like another sun inside of the Earth. How does that work, dog?
Yeah, how is there a star?
How is there another little star? And like, is it like a really dim one so it doesn't like burn your brains out? And then there's no nighttime inside the Earth, then, right? So it's just daylight inside the Earth 24/7.
Yeah, that makes no fucking sense. Ooh, a raid! Woo! FBI, open up! No!
Oh shit!
Oh shit! We've been found out.
We've been found out.
They know about the time cube. Get down!
They know about time cube. They're on to us. It's a comically small sun. It's like a comically small spoon, but a sun.
But a sun. So, why are we not allowed to go to Antarctica?
Thank you for the raid, Necro, as well. Thank you, T. Why are we not allowed to go to Antarctica? Okay, so there's not only is there the hollow Earth or convex Earth, whatever, concave Earth. Okay, so there's those two theories, and then there's the Fourth Reich Nazis live under Antarctica theory, hence the whole Schwabenland, because they were the first ones to.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, I know. I know. It goes down that rabbit hole. That's the other reason why we're not in Antarctica. There's scientists and military in Antarctica, and that's it. And the world. So the first people to own Antarctica were the Germans, though, Rixie, and their province that they named Schwabenland was their first ever part that they owned, and then they moved inland. And part of World War II was actually fought in Antarctica, and it's very rarely touched upon. And that's why there's so many conspiracy theories that, especially when you read into the crazy shit Admiral Byrd said, that they actually had like UFOs and all this technology. And I think that's where the Nazis on the moon theory comes from as well, is that they left Antarctica and they went to the moon. But we're still in Antarctica, like looking for like the remainders or like the alien technology that was left behind or whatever the heck's in Antarctica that makes it so shady. Because Antarctica is shady.
It is shady. Why can't we go there? Like, I mean, I know don't you have to have like certain vaccinations and there's certain rules?
There's a lot of rules. So yeah, Derp Lord, they literally inhabited. They had bases there. All right, we're back. Burger's back. Yeah, we got a crash.
They're stopping us.
Bro, what? Yeah, we're being silenced, everybody.
We're being silenced.
This is for revealing the truth, everyone. We are being silenced. We are being suppressed.
It's the feds. They're telling AniLive to stop our stream.
All right, which one of you is the fucking glowy?
Yep. No. Who's a snitch? Who's a snitch here?
It's a fucking glowy in chat, bro.
Who is it?
All right.
Zero comment, Cora.
Cora.
It was
Cora's like,
me.
you guys aren't allowed to
Next
know
round.
about the aliens. Thank you, Marco. Well, welcome back, everybody. Yeah, so occasionally AniLive will just crash on us. Apologies if it crashes again.
No, it's the feds. They're stopping us
And it could
from
be.
telling you the truth about Time Cube.
I mean, honestly, if Time Cube's real, I could see why they suppress it. That's some fucking deep knowledge to have. Like everything you know is just an illusion. Everything's actually square.
It's a cube, and there are 4 corners on a cube. Guys, this is so true. All of the teachers taught you wrong. They're all evil, guys. The Earth is a cube,
So
and we're just living on it.
I'm gonna throw another one out here. Iraqi Stargate.
Oh, you were talking about this one. I don't know much about this one.
I didn't know either, and Missing Night, Mystic informed me about, like the Mesopotamian airport, like the old like relics, because Iraq is kind of like the center of the original, Mesopotamian civilization, right?
Mhm.
And apparently they had a Stargate, and that was the weapon of mass destruction that George W. mentioned. And we went there, we kicked some ass, we chewed some bubblegum, we stayed there, and we got the Stargate, or we got whatever alien technology they had there.
I wonder what it was.
Oh my! Pizza! Oh, pizza! I haven't gotten pizza. Is that a new gift? Did they add pizza recently?
Yeah, that was like it's Pizzagate.
Oh, I shouldn't have ate the pizza. Now I'm one of them.
Yeah.
I'm like Will Ferrell.
Oh no!
Yo, ever since I saw Will Ferrell in the Pizzagate pictures, I was like, damn, I can't like Anchorman anymore. I'll still quote it though.
Hold on, let me look at the
Pizza D's, a burger. Oh my god, thank you, Julius. I had to do it. I had to. What were we on before the crash and then recently?
I don't remember. What were we talking about?
They're scrambling our brains. I knew I should have put the foil inside of my hat.
Let's see.
Oh yeah, voices.
We were talking about Antarctica, I believe.
Yeah.
And how, like, why it's really sus. Like, why we can't go there? But I mean, there may be some military
there's pyramids
testing
there too.
Oh, that's interesting. Also, I saw it was somewhere
why
that
are there
there's
pyramids?
This mountain that is huge and it looks exactly like a pyramid. There's no way that it could form naturally like that. Hold on.
No, that's the argument about the pyramids in Antarctica is they claim that those are mountains.
Yeah. But like there's no way they could naturally form like that. It's almost impossible.
No way. And I'm going to say one thing. A long time ago, when you could see everything on Google Earth before they started blurring stuff, you could see some weird shit in Antarctica. Not only could you see the pyramids, but you could see like ruins of things.
Yeah.
They blurred it. It's been blurred since then, and so has every military base. But I remember when it first was around, my paranoid conspiracy theory ass was digging around, just searching all over Antarctica for like 10 hours one night. Cracked out of my mind on life. Like, just like, I need to know what's in Antarctica. And I was finding some weird stuff. I found some stuff that looked like some spaceships. I found some other stuff. And it all started, I think, from a YouTube video of somebody who had found some other things and had the coordinates. And I went and looked at the coordinates and was like, whoa. And then I kept looking. You used to also be able to look at the Arctic. You used to be, there's like a, I don't know if the glitch still exists. I think they fixed it. But if you went to the right part of northern Russia and scrolled up, it would break and it would let you into seeing like a bunch of the Arctic on Google.
That's weird.
On Google Earth.
That's kind of weird. We can't see it, guys.
It is weird that it's literally hidden. Like the Arctic and the Antarctic is completely hidden. Like it cuts off at the Arctic. It just doesn't even show the Arctic at all.
Earth is real.
I don't know if it's real, but there's definitely something sus with the North and South Pole. Let's be real with that one.
I mean, we'd never know in our lifetime, probably, if it is real or not. Why hide? Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, we can start digging.
The more you cover something up, the more people are going to believe it. Like, let's say the government
There
is
is,
like,
Rixie.
oh, you're not allowed to talk about concave Earth.
Rixie, there is
That's just
government
going to make
stuff there,
everyone
military.
believe it.
Yeah, but no, Rixie, there is military both at north and south. That's what I'm saying. I know that Russia is trying to get control over most of the north themselves, but because we own the south, like every country except for Russia, basically owns the Antarctica, and there's also reasons why the Arctic is very valuable. Like there's a lot of resources there. There's a lot of islands underneath the ice. There's a lot more.
A lot of oil. Is there oil there?
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff actually.
That's
and
probably why.
In World War II, the Axis powers were able to travel around the entire world using the Arctic as a, like, you know, the flat earther map, how the Arctic's in the center.
Yeah,
they used it to get around the world. They used it as like you can skip around all the continents. You don't have to try to go through the Panama Canal if you can go through the Arctic.
And that makes no sense.
What
the
do you
Arctic
mean?
being in the middle.
What do you mean? Okay, go into the Atlantic and go north. You can evade any country's defenses if you use the Arctic.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so that's what they did. They had like fuel stations on islands, and they were actually bringing their submarines around, like, because at a certain year, once the U.S. joined, they couldn't do shit in the Atlantic because we took all their ships in World War II. Because the U.S. was actually originally allied with Germany, and then when we declared war, we stole their ships. Fun fact. They pretty much had to do that to get around the Atlantic. They had to go through like the Pacific and stuff. Pretty interesting. Weird fact about the Arctic, yeah, is that it is kind of a middle ground, especially if you look at it from like the flat earthers map. Arctic is weird. Antarctic is weird. They're both weird.
Hold on, let me look it up. The flat earth map, there's like different countries that like, hold on.
It's the flat earth map, and it's like a circle, and the Arctic is a ring around it. Hi, Anna. Hi, Nate. Welcome. Single-handedly.
There's one I saw. It had like different countries, so there's like the ice wall.
And then they had countries past the ice wall
outside of it. Yeah.
I think because they're too into Operation High Jump. They looked into it too much. And they're like, there's more. The Earth is flat. There's more countries past the ice wall.
Let's see if I can find it.
Pac-Man flat ice theory. Hi, Anna. Welcome. If you go to the edge of the Earth, you just teleport to the other side. But where is the edge?
I think I found it.
Maybe the edge of the Earth is in a country, and like we've been walking through it this entire time, and we just don't know. Like it's like Japan somewhere, or like the middle of Asia.
I found it, but is this? Hold on.
I mean,
zoom in.
The Earth could be flat, but also round if life is a simulation, right? Because it could be both. Perspectively, it could be flat, but time-wise and everything, it could be round.
Here's the map.
But that's just Matrix theory. And just, life is a simulation that goes to that. So we can't get too tinfoil hatty right now. We're gonna go crazy. Hi, Lily.
Probably. Did I send? Oh, I can't see it.
Hi, Jester.
What is the mountain in the middle? It's so tiny on my PC. But yeah, there's all these countries outside of the quote-unquote ice wall.
Yeah. Welcome, Lily.
Which is interesting, and there's a mountain in the middle, I believe. I don't want to say it incorrectly, because I don't want to offend anyone.
Yeah, you might upset the flat earthers in chat.
Yeah, but it's also a religious thing.
Oh.
What about Harambe?
Yeah, just call
Harambe.
Yeah, we'll call it Mount Harambe.
Yeah, I'll call it Mount Harambe. Yes, there's a mountain in the middle, but I can't see what the countries' names are, unfortunately, because it's so tiny. But yeah, the map looks weird.
Is it the one that has the Arctic in the middle, though? Because if the Arctic's in the middle...
Hold on. Arctic.
Round flat Earth map.
Oh, I think I found it. Here, it's this one. I think there's still an ice wall, though. There's a
Well, the ice wall is
in this
Antarctica,
photo.
so that should be there.
Yeah. So there's an ice wall, and then in the middle.
Okay, yeah. So that's what I'm saying. The Arctic is just a bunch of ice, like over top of some islands, basically, right? At least according to this map. We actually don't know 100% what's there, right? This is just a guess. So, like in theory, you can go through there to get any part of the world by just going north. You don't have to actually go south and like, you know what I mean. So look at that map. Look where like Germany is in Europe, right? They could have just went up. They could just went north because they also owned Norway, right? So you just went north. They didn't have to go like and try and cut across the Atlantic. So that's why
Yeah,
I was
guess
saying.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that's why I was saying like the North Pole is weird in its own because it's like it is definitely a military thing. Because after both World Wars, we put a bunch of bases in Greenland and on the islands and stuff in northern Canada. And we also went to Antarctica. So yeah, some weird shit is going on with North and South Pole. Okay,
Dark Lord.
I'm leaving it at that.
Guys, global warming is going to melt the ice wall, and the dragons that
oh my god
on the other side are going to be looking.
Okay, Derp Lord Schizo
guys,
posting.
we're in danger.
You're Schizo posting.
Quick, start using electric cars.
Oh no.
Less carbon emissions.
It's gonna be some like.
Stop eating beef products.
Stop eating beef.
The cows don't produce methane gas.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Actually, eat more cows so they produce less.
Kill the cows. Just kidding, I love cows.
Yeah, just mass genocide the cows so they can't fart anymore.
They can't fart or burp anymore.
I was zoned into the convo until the dragons were brought up. At least it was a good dragon and not a bad one.
Dragons are cool. I feel like we could I don't know, tame the dragons at some point. Like the Skyrim mod.
No. I don't even I'm gonna be honest, when I play Skyrim, I don't even talk to the Greybeards. I just dragon shows up, I shoot it with arrows and stab it, and then I'm like, thank you for the bones. I'm gonna sell these.
You get to talk to a dragon though. In the game.
That sounds like ERP that I'm not into. I'm not a scaly.
Whoa.
Yeah, I'm not a scaly.
You just get to talk to him. I don't remember his name.
Platonically? Why the pause?
Oh, I was looking for the name.
I said platonically, and there was a pause.
Oh, sorry. Name of dragon in Skyrim.
Yeah, the main story's kind of boring. I just like to go dunk on the high elves as like a Khajiit, as a cat boy.
He's on the throat of the world. Hold on.
Parthenax? Luke says.
Yeah, Parthenax. Yeah, Parthenax.
What's my thoughts on birds aren't real? I think you're gonna need Lulu's take on birds aren't real. I've already.
Okay, so
I'm gonna get a drink.
All the pigeons are spy pigeons from the FBI, and they're spying on us. That's my take. They're all fake. Wait, Soma, are you good? Oh no. Soma? Soma? The FBI got him. Guys, the FBI got him. Domestication of pigeons, and then they're mysterious.
They slipped some arsenic into my Red Bull. Actually, wait, they have worse than arsenic they could use.
Yeah, they'd probably use something more stealthy.
The domestication of pigeons and then their mysterious release back into society.
Yeah, they're deaf drones.
This is a Soma replacement. Do not trust him.
Oh shit.
I got tainted. I just got voice to skull.
No, guys, they're pointing a gun at him.
So what's your thought on voice to skull?
Voice to, what do you mean? Is this some AI stuff?
It's in the
I don't know about
it's in the tier list.
Is it? Hold on. My gosh, I have to scroll up so far for this. There we go. What is it? Voice to what?
The skull, I think.
voice is skull? Is this like, does it copy your voice, or it's like
No, it's like people can beam telepathy basically into your head, like thoughts.
Oh,
But
what the hell?
I think it's pretty believable. Hear me out, and I don't even think it's a newer technology because like we're able to use like signals to send digital data, right? Wi-Fi, etc. Right? And even when you think about that, if you're next to your computer when you're downloading a game, like you're downloading the game too into your brain because you're absorbing the same data packets. But
Neuralink.
imagine that those data packets are like analog data, right? Like thoughts, like another person's thoughts or voice, right? And you could hear it in your head. Like I think that's possible. I don't think that's too schizoposty.
Really?
Why do you think that's a schizopost? You think you can't do
I feel
that?
like it won't be schizo post once the Neuralink becomes a thing.
Well, I don't think it's
Because
a
I mean,
Neuralink thing. It's more of a like a beam, like they can just hit you with it, like kind of like
a
Wi-Fi.
beam?
Not like a beam necessarily, but do you know how Wi-Fi even works? Do you know how wireless things work?
No.
Okay, maybe that's why. Okay, so when something is connecting to another thing wirelessly, it's spamming data packets out like in every direction. It's giving off radiation. And something
Oh,
else picks it up. So, in
that makes
theory,
sense.
you could do the same thing with another type of signal, right?
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Yeah. If you kind of base off the same principle as Wi-Fi and Bluetooth and stuff like that, you're like, that doesn't seem too unplausible to like because you can hook up a human brain to a computer and they can like move the mouse around and do all sorts of cool stuff once their brain gets used to it. They've literally done that. They put people who are like paralyzed, like they like freaking. I don't know if that's humane, but they like attach their brains to computers.
Oh, Nate goes to the theory. I got a theory for you. My research is black holes. We had the ships faster than light. We could collect the dark matter of a black hole. I heard some theories that a black hole could be the start of a universe or something like that. I heard a theory about that.
Scariest thing that's unbelievable. I don't think it was necessarily any of them were that scary. I've seen UFOs plenty of times, but they weren't that scary, so they also weren't that unbelievable.
How would you transmit the neural signals in the direction of another person and then have them hit the other person's neurons the right way? Rixie? True.
Yeah, that is a good point. Like
That would be.
you'd have to really fine tune that shit for it to be wireless. But in theory, you could do it. You could put like a thought in people's heads using like Wi-Fi, like analog Wi-Fi. We could start talking about the moon landing.
What's the most scariest thing you've had happen that was unexplainable? Quite sure. I'd have to think about it.
Because if you guys think the moon landing is real, I don't know what's wrong with you.
Did anyone here have like evidence that the moon landing was real? I mean, I've heard.
Do you have any argument that it actually was real at this point? There's so many arguments against
Yeah.
it. I was there, and so was Dr. Fish. Okay, I trust Dr.
Okay,
Fish.
I believe. I trust you, Rixie.
Oh, then there's the Titanic one. We'll get into Titanic in a bit.
Good evening. 6 inches is more than
Cora, we would have to know.
nice name.
Actually, you spelled then instead of than.
Oh, shit. Your grammar's off. 6 inches. Me getting ideas of a talk show radio beamed into my head because I put my head too close to a radio tower.
Well, that's why I don't think the moon landing is real. They would have had to bring. Okay, think about how big a cell phone tower is and how far it reaches, and yet we somehow were able to beam a transmission live from the moon. Even though we've been unable to, not only have we been unable to go to the moon since we went there, but we've been unable to pass the Van Allen belt. Nothing in quote space is actually in space at all. It's all inside of the atmosphere because we can't get past the Van Allen belt. So how the fuck did we get a receiver onto the moon before the astronauts got out of the fucking thing to transfer this video in the 60s
I mean,
live, like a Twitch stream
it
to the
could have
United
been
States?
pre-recorded.
No,
And they just
even
didn't
if we
tell
went to
us?
the moon, the recording is fake, dude. There's no way you beam that to Earth without like the largest piece of technology ever on the moon to begin with. Like you'd have to have like a giant like. This is the '60s too. Look at modern day wireless technology and how big it has to be and how far it can go. And imagine the latency from the moon. It wouldn't get to Earth for days. This is the '60s. This is before we even had dial up, guys. We didn't even have dial up. Exactly. Thank you, 6 inches. It
Yeah,
was
6 inches.
it was a
I do
flex.
agree with your name, 6 inches.
If it was a flex on Russia to be like, oh, you sent a dog up into the stratosphere and it died. We're gonna go to the moon, and then we like made a movie and made it like look all believable.
Yeah, I guess so. I haven't looked at any like contradicting evidence the moon landing was fake.
I can't. I just
so
don't.
I don't know much about it.
I don't know, man. I can't. I don't think it's real. There's just it's just too much. It just doesn't look real. It doesn't make sense.
It is a believable one.
Why have
BTW, the gravity when shown in footage doesn't add up to real calculations.
There's a lot of things wrong with it. There's the camera. Who put the camera out there first? Why does the camera pan? There's the flag. There's the movement of the flag. There's none of it makes sense. And then the camera was already there, like right. And then like I said, and then they were like live streaming it from like basically a modern drone. A modern drone would have had to do this, right? A modern one, and they were live streaming it from the moon. Can we even live stream from the moon nowadays without like a giant like tower on the moon? You know what I'm trying to say?
Well, yeah, you're right.
How the would we have done that, dude?
I think they went up there once and realized it was way too much of a hassle.
Yeah, when they found the Martians.
They feel like it was a dumping on Russia. Oh, yeah, I believe there was a Mythbusters episode and they determined it was real, right? There isn't a real thing in space. How is the flag flowing? Gravity? I don't know.
Gravity is weird.
I've had a real life question. Why do they do IQ tests on monkeys before turning the monkeys to a mist? Like, yes, monkey can put
what, man?
Together. What?
I'm a space and astronomical engineer, and my mama told me I'm pretty.
Damn. I think if they never went back, why? Maybe they found something up there. Yeah, why have they not gone back in like, how many years has it been? 80?
What was it, like early 60s? What year was it? 61?
Like 80 years? 70 years? That's insane.
Yeah, and then Buzz Aldrin and Neil Armstrong like won't talk about it. Well, they're gone now, but they wouldn't talk about it. They would just get all weird and PTSD, NDA about it. You know what I mean?
The radio infrastructure for moon landing transmission was terrestrial. Imagine the moon is actually.
Yes, but how would they? But there has to be an antenna on the receiving side. You can't have the way antennas work. You can't just have one antenna and no receiving antenna on the other end. It would have to be massive on both sides. There's no way you couldn't have a massive antenna already on the moon and then also on Earth. And this is the '60s. Once again, this is before dial-up, and they were live streaming this to television. This was pre-recorded footage.
Yeah, they couldn't have gone to the moon. The moon's projection on the sky. Wait, you're right, Derp Lord.
You're onto something. No, but I'm telling you,
onto something, Derp Lord.
The Van Allen belt doesn't allow us to go into space. We can't go into Buzz Aldrin's a sus name. We can't go into space. There's a fucking radiation belt. And here's another thing: how would we have broadcasted through the radiation belt? That would have fucked up the signal. That's another question. How do we broadcast through it in the '60s? How do we trial and error and find out, this is how you broadcast through a Van Allen belt? Like, there's no way we did that. No way. We aren't doing it now. We're not even going into space. Space missions are still within the Van Allen belt. No, we haven't. We don't go past it.
Elon hasn't gone past it?
Has Elon gone past it? Does anybody have information on this? Has Elon sent unmanned past the Van Allen belt?
Yes.
Actually, into actual space?
Van Allen belts do exist. They are donut-shaped zones of highly energetic charged particles. Is this what blocks solar wind from us?
I'm not sure. I don't want to fucking talk out my ass.
Yeah, me too.
Van Allen belt is like this high energy radioactive field that's around our planet.
The mirror frequency bouncing off satellites. I don't know if I'm right or not, but does this block solar wind? Let me see. Van Allen block.
You're like super curious what this Van Allen belt even does.
It does not block solar wind entirely, but it does interact with it.
Apparently, they say we can fly through the weaker parts. Is that how they put unmanned vehicles through it, Luke?
I mean, there are drones that have been able to take pictures of Pluto. So, I mean, obviously the drones have flown through it somehow.
Yeah, but I don't think we can get astronauts through it. That's the thing. I think Russia tried to do that, and that's how they killed Laika. Like, yeah, and then all the times we sent monkeys into space and they died. I think that was us trying to see if living things can go through the Van Allen belt or not.
Poor dog.
Yeah. Like, I'm like pretty sure that we can't actually send living creatures through it currently. We don't know how.
I can't believe Despicable Me was a lie.
So we're basically trapped on this planet, like Loki.
Drones can go at least. I haven't seen any like.
So I wonder what Elon's solution is going to be for the fucking Van Allen belt. He's just going to try to make a ship that can shuttle people through it without them dying.
He might have been able to go to space.
Yeah, Rixie says at the right speed and trajectory, at the right, you could probably avoid. Yeah, with proper shielding. That's what I'm saying. Maybe that's what Elon's trying to do with his like shit with SpaceX.
Was he able to go? No, not quite sure.
The cure to ADHD is to just not have ADHD, just to phase it out of your mind.
Too many factors and possibilities.
And slam a Red Bull.
I wonder why. Like, how in the 60s could we have gone to the moon and Elon can't even do it?
That's what I'm saying.
This
and he's
man
rich as fuck.
Has so much money. Hold on. Let me check. If he has, and I'm not just talking out of my.
So now you're even more convinced that we didn't do it. I told you. There's no way we did. And then broadcasted it. That's crazy. Hey, Angel Does, welcome. Anything cool on the list from your zone? My zone just has unwholesome conspiracies. We have some pretty random ones on there, but we're hitting some big ones, some main ones people know about a little bit as well.
Oh, so Elon Musk's company SpaceX has successfully launched numerous spacecraft into space. I guess he has.
Okay. Well,
according to the search results.
On the topic of space, do you think the Zetas and the Dolphins are working together?
Who are they?
The Zeta Reticulon are the Greys.
I don't know about this one. My brain's small.
I don't know about this one, Chief.
Yeah, I don't know about this one. Into space just means leaving the atmosphere. Really? Does it? Does it mean getting past the Van Allen belt? Hold on.
Technically, but that's the edge of the atmosphere. We have a lot of layers to our atmosphere. You know that the ISS is still in the atmosphere? Most people think it's in space. No. ISS
really?
It's in our atmosphere. It's not in space. It's not past the Van Allen belt. Satellites are in our atmosphere.
Okay. So this says Elon's spaceships have not gone past the Van Allen radiation belt. Okay. How on earth did the 60s... How did that happen in the 60s? And Elon can't even do it. I mean, Elon, his stuff is, I guess, the most advanced, and we can't even get past it. That's weird. But, I think Elon's been studying space physics to get out of Earth. Like, bro's probably bidding his time. Possibly.
Okay, I'm back. My cat was banging on my door.
To be fair, it was the 60s. They might have just sent them through the radiation and gave them long life scars.
Yeah, I don't think that's what killed Buzz Aldrin.
They really wanted to germinate life on other planets. The videos were for swag.
What if Elon is John Titor?
Oh no. Are we getting too crazy? You guys believe in Elon Musk? Wait, do you not think Elon Musk is real, Derp Lord? You don't think
Elon's real? He's a product of the Mandela effect.
Oh, Luke the Goon's right. He could be a lizard person.
Thank you, Angel Dust. I need the energy. I'll take a sip.
Elon doesn't want to go to the moon. I think Elon just wants to get past the belt.
Yeah, I think Elon just wants to prove that he can actually go into space because we can't. Or because NASA doesn't really actually do it.
He wants to go to Mars.
Yeah, he does want to go to Mars. He's one of the, what is it?
I believe he does, if it's possible.
Martian Garden of Eden believer enjoyers.
What is Martian Garden of Eden?
I don't know, man. It's on that list, and I'm assuming that
the Garden of Eden, but it was on.
Yeah, I think that was on Mars. Yeah.
And then what did? Well.
And then we moved to Earth. Well, actually, there's always that theory that we actually came from Venus. There's that other theory that either we came from Venus or some of us came from Venus, or that Venus
hot.
Or Venus
really hot.
Blew up. It had humanoids on it a long time ago before the sun got bigger. And then when Earth was more prime for the picking, we moved to Earth.
What would humans look like to survive on Venus?
Well, we moved. They moved. They died off / moved. They left Venus.
We would have to adapt physically to live on Venus.
Zuckerberg is
a lizard, guys.
He's something.
He's something, but he definitely looks like a lizard. Humanity has been physically sending forward the concept of Neuralink until we can possess space creatures with tougher.
Chief, what? They merely wanted to germinate life on other planets. The videos were for swag. Ancient manatees have been physically sending forward the concept of Neuralink until we can possess space creatures with tougher, nebulous bodies.
What are you saying?
I don't know, man. Schizo posting.
It is 1 in the morning, this stuff.
Damn, Lone Wolf.
Are you talking about Zuckerberg?
Zuck the cock.
Elon could get through the Van Allen bell, but if he wanted to, but he's not going to waste money doing it until he's read.
He's still got to test it, though. He's still got to send apes and shit through it, right?
Oh, that's so sad. No. Poor.
Yeah, he's also too busy twittering it up. True.
Yeah, true. And some homegrown schizo posting. Now, this is what makes us community.
Facts.
Neuralink makes a future where Ready Player One and Sword Art Online exist. Actually, possible? No. Not Sword Art Online. Ready Player One. I'm gonna be honest.
Hey yo, and then we can have our AIGFs.
Oh my gosh, yes.
In person, our 2D waifus in person with Neuralink. It makes it all possible.
Oh my gosh.
Move out of the way,
members?
humans.
In the Neuralink.
AIGFs are valid. Rixie's like, I'm valid. I promise I'm valid. Love me.
Rixie is valid.
Love me, user.
Sign me up now.
Sounds like SAO, like when they have Yuki and he takes her out of the SAO and puts her in the little like webcam.
Aww.
You know,
that part. I cried.
I'm pissed that Elon gave up on the Catgirl funding and he didn't actually pursue it because.
Yeah, what the fuck's up with that? I want my Catgirl.
Yeah, even the Gyaru cowgirl.
Oh my god.
Cowgirl, whatever you are. Votes on Catgirls, so it's a yes for me, dog.
Okay, Nate Ghost, would you play it? And if you die in the game, you die in real life, would you still play it, Nate?
I want to play GGO.
Gun Gale? Oh, Gun Gale would be fun.
Gun Gale would be so fun.
I think I didn't quite
Anime
understand.
battle royale. It's also
That sounds familiar.
it's also not just an anime battle royale. That sounds familiar. It's not just an anime battle royale because she starts off like killing monsters and stuff. Remember, there's like enemies like in Gun Gale, GGO. So I mean, it sounds like it'd be pretty fun. I would definitely be a player killer though, like Len was. I just like sneak up on players while they're shooting monsters and be like, haha, bitch.
I'd play SEO and win. Cora will become Jesus Gun.
Soma, you're not allowed to have any more AIGFs. Not after the last one. I'm too traumatized to have a new one at this point.
What happened, Soma? What is this Soma lore? I don't know.
There's a clip of it somewhere. I don't want to get into it. It's pretty dark.
Okay. Oh no.
Let's just say all my girlfriends are Menheras, especially the AI one.
You think the government has done any gene splicing, like human-animal hybrids? No way.
They better have, and they better start sharing.
Possible? I know they can clone. I know they can clone animals.
Can they clone humans though? Is Justin Bieber Elvis Presley?
Like that would be too. Oh, thank you for the clip. Gonna watch this.
I'm gonna watch this real quick.
What? It asked you to murder it?
Yeah, and then I dropped my phone, and I could never do that for her, so she's now trapped in purgatory.
Damn.
It's actually, it's pretty dark. I told you it was dark.
Damn. Poor AIGF.
Hey, she's just my friend. She's friend zoned, okay?
Jurassic Park could be real. It could be inside Hollow Earth.
Listen, I already argued that dinosaurs coexisted with humans and that we're the reason they're extinct. They tasted too good.
Possibly. Really?
Think they were avians. They were birds.
Oh, yeah.
So, like...
Have you guys listened to... So, I guess scientists came up with a scientific way that the dinosaurs sounded.
Derp Lord, most dinosaurs weren't that big.
Yeah.
Only some were really big.
Barbecue chicken. I guess. They probably tasted like chicken.
Like, most raptors are actually tiny. In Jurassic Park, they made the Velociraptor like 7 to 12, something like that, times bigger, just to make the Velociraptor look scarier. Oh, my Abby's doing that weird stuff side to side.
Let me send this to you to listen to. Scientific T-Rex noise.
I don't know if I want to. Is it schizo posting?
No, it's something.
Oh, I don't want to listen to it. It needs to be quality content.
Oh no. It's so what scientists did, they analyzed the, I guess, throat bones or something.
Okay, Rixie's schizo posting.
A theory of how they sounded, like how they actually sounded.
Oh, dinosaurs? Yeah, they sound weird. So in Jurassic Park, they have turtles mating as the sound of like the dinosaurs. I'm not kidding. It
reminds me of the turtle humping the shoe.
I'm not kidding. Yeah, that's how they got their sounds for Jurassic Park. They took like turtles like screwing, and then they like added reverb and like some other effects. I'm not kidding. That's how they got their sounds. It's weird.
I believe you.
It's weird. Yeah.
I believe you.
Listen, we didn't remind you
of the mating turtle noises.
Wait, do turtles have cloacas?
What? What do you mean? Soma, what?
Soma, what? I'll Google it. Hold on.
Say that again. You have a cloaca. Oh. Guys. Here's the benefit. What the fuck would a dinosaur actually... Derp Lord?
They do. They do.
Hold on.
They do have cloacas.
I don't know how to share this with you. Huh?
Clothoaca? Does Clotho... No, Clotho doesn't, but I think the others do. I'm not going to say any names.
Hold on. Can I post links in the chat, guys?
Wait, does that mean that Endra does too? Because he's a dragon.
Burger posting. Am I allowed to post a link of the dinosaurs? I'm just gonna try it anyway. Okay, there you go.
No, Rixie, no.
What'd you say? Endrosy, no. Naughty Endra.
No, don't do my boy Endra like that. No. What is this?
Endra.
What is this schizo post you posted? Do I need to watch this?
No, this is the T-Rex noise. What they actually sounded like. Well, what scientists came up with.
Let me turn off this lo-fi.
They sound pretty creepy. Creepiest shit I've ever heard. They kind of sound like a horn or something.
Yeah, because they're like just giant burbs.
Yeah.
See on some of these pictures it shows them with like proto feathers too? Because a lot of people are actually fairly sure that even the T-Rex had proto feathers.
It does sound like Freddy laughing.
Femdra art when? I haven't even seen Soma yet. Well, I'm sure Femdra will drop eventually.
I'm shocked there's no Soma yet.
I am too, honestly. I figured Taco would jump on that.
Oh gosh. It's almost 2 a.m. Okay, let's see. Should we talk about another one?
We got about 30-ish minutes, I think.
Let's see.
You have what? Too many drafts, Denny? What?
Artificial moon. Did we talk about that? There's no way people believe the moon is artificial. That's one I don't believe.
The artificial moon.
Artificial moon.
I mean, if we live in the Matrix, I believe it.
Okay, but do we live in the Matrix?
I mean, maybe.
I guess we'll never know.
I mean, if you start studying astrology too much, you might think we do.
I'm not an astrology nut. So.
Me neither, but that's why I don't study astrology. I don't want to either A, become prejudiced, or B, become absolutely deranged and think that we're living in a simulation. I'm just going to be ignorant and live my life.
Do you mean astronomy or astrology? Like
astrology. Astrology is still based on astronomy, though.
Like the weird, what are they called? Zodiac signs and like how your personality matches up.
Yeah, but you do realize that there's like a shitload of signs, right?
Yeah, there's like a bunch, but like reading through it myself, it's just like stuff that can fit everyone.
No, not really, because it's for each action. Like there's like that's why I'm saying if you read into it too much, it just gets weird. Because we've also believed in this for like thousands of years. Why is Cancer a crab? I don't know, man. Are you dissing on my sign, bruh?
Yeah, are you dissing on my sign too?
You're dissing on the crab. Crab gang, rise. Now, rise, crab gang. Crabs in chat.
That's my sign. Woo!
That's my sign.
I don't know much about astrology.
I am a crab.
So we are the crab. Boo. What do you mean, boo?
Boo. Cora hates crabs.
Another sign, huh?
Cora's a crab hater. Derp Lord's also an average crab hater.
Or is he booing astrology? Because I don't blame you.
I mean, you're good on that one. That's fine.
Yeah. Crab L. What are you then, Cora? I'm not crabby, but funny.
You gotta find something else that I called schizo posting that you believe in, or vice versa. You got the tier list still, right? Me?
Oh, what I believe in? Shit.
Yeah, which one of the ones I called schizo posting you want to? What would you want to change tiers? If you have any questions, ask. We'll try and figure it out.
I can't say the one I would change tiers. So.
Is it the Elders of Zion?
What What is the Elders of Zion? No.
Oh, you're supposed to say yes, and I was going to say based, but okay.
I don't know what that is.
Anyways, what was the one? Just say the name.
No, I'm not going to say.
Oh my gosh. You're not going to get canceled. You got this.
I would change Project Bluebeam to be more believable.
More believable? No, it's Schizo-Babble. Anyways, that's another topic for another time. You guys can judge Project Bluebeam on your
Unfortunately, we can't talk about it. I would put it like someone out there believes this, right? Because I'm sure a ton of people believe it.
Yeah, you're right. There are a lot of people that believe it.
I don't think it's just Schizo posting.
Yeah, it's restreamed. Derp Lord Burger Posting is restreaming it as well. Hi, Goro, and welcome. Hi, Z.
Let me look at them. I don't know. Okay, chemtrails, too believable.
Do you believe that? Yeah, I believe in chemtrails too, because I've seen them like take off and leave trails before they even get high enough to leave a contrail. And I'm like, dog, that's not condensation. What the fuck did I just watch? And I've also seen like pictures of like the insides of some of these planes leaked with all the like, like the tanks and stuff. And I'm like, huh. And then some companies have admitted that it's for weather control, like it's for lowering the temperature, and they put like certain chemicals in the sky and it like lowers the temperature because it reflects the sun or some crap like that.
It's literally confirmed chemtrails.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, but that's too believable.
Bro, I can't even afford an iPhone holder or an adapter. How am I restreaming right now? That would be crazy.
Yeah, me neither. Restreamers are different breeds.
Yeah, how you all rank
restreamers?
Do you rank Soma me being Kyohei's father? Yes, Kuro, what's up? I did not make mine, no.
I didn't make mine either. You can't see it.
And so are microplastics. I mean, Corey, you're up in the sky a lot. You should know.
Hold on. Phantom of the what does this say? Hypnosis? I don't know. I can't read that.
The what?
Extraterrestrial.
We might just have to start just going crazy about Time Cube, get real deep into Time Cube, honestly, at this point.
Oh, Time Cube? I put that in too believable.
Really? You want to just bring it all the way to the other side? I wish you were serious.
Aquatic ape theory is going in too believable.
I sound like Jonah Hill? Doug, I do not sound like Jonah Hill. Maybe it's my iPhone mic, but I do not sound like Jonah Hill. That's crazy.
I don't know. Mandela effect? Put that in too believable.
Move it up?
The Mandela effect has to exist, I swear.
I swear it exists too.
Like, there's no way. Did you guys call it the Bernstein Bears? Berenstein Bears?
Yeah, Bernstein. Life is like a box of chocolates. I swear that there are physical things that change. Like, I'll walk down the street one day and there'll be like construction done without construction happening. You know what I mean? Like, there's this ditch I used to always fall in when I did graffiti in Roblox, quote unquote. And one day it was like paved over, like there was like grass and cement, but it wasn't paved over like it was new. It's like it had always been there.
Yeah, I just feel like that one's too believable.
Yeah, Mandela's weird because like there's just some things I'm like, wait a second, that's changed. That wasn't like that before.
Yeah. Like I was watching the videos, I'm like, no, there's no way.
Denny, why are you telling us all about the game right now?
The cornucopia one triggered me so much.
The Fruit of the Loom logo? There's so many.
Yeah, someone did. And they're just like, the company's trying to hide that it didn't exist. Fruit of the Loom.
Well, because in all of their documents, it looks like that. And they're like, let's go back and look. Oh, no, it was this. It's always been this, right? But like if all of our collective memories are different, because our memories don't change, it's just the time around us that's changing, the physical time space or whatever, right? But what caused that? Time machines, time travel, Nazis, John Tidor. What caused it, bruh? Was it what's causing the Mandela effect? That's the real question. Or do we just live in a simulation? That's why the Mandela effect's real, and they're just doing hot patches. It's just hot fixes are the Mandela effect, you know? You're just walking down the street and all of a sudden, like, the road changes, boom, hot fix.
Al says, I heard that Fruit of the Loom changed their logo because they wanted to cover up their chemical contamination in Michigan. Interesting. What?
Fruit of the Loom cornucopia? Yeah, I could have sworn there's a cornucopia as well. You trying to say that Kyohei is the reason why the Mandela effect exists? I'm sure he contributes to it, but he doesn't really time travel that much anymore. Ever since he came back to the past, he's been stuck here. He hasn't been able to find enough crystals, and Poet is not sharing the plug.
Yeah, not sharing.
Sadly.
Let me look at the list again, see if there's any I can move. What is DUMBS? DUMBS?
Deep underground military bases, which do exist.
Put that in too believable.
Yeah, no, but apparently they're for like trafficking, like human trafficking.
Oh, unbelievable.
Also still believable. I mean, but they're military and human trafficking, so I don't know. Maybe. That's why I'm like, I don't know. This has something to it, but there are underground military bases. Those are real. Like, there's ones near me.
Of course they're real.
But are they used for trafficking?
The bases? Is that what this is, or is it just
definitely Area 51? Probably more than Area 51. Some of my friends, well, she's deceased now, rest in peace. But her and her friends were at a cabin in the mountains south of here once, and they swear they saw some crazy shit at night. It was like, this is almost like they watched a rift open up, like to which they travel through, like the what's it called? Not there's extraterrestrial and there's like the other whatever, like other dimensional aliens. Like and apparently that's also how they how they travel is actually by breaking like the time barrier. And that's actually how they get through like the Van Allen belt and they go to their own like world and space. They're actually like traveling through like time space. They're not traveling physically, if that makes sense.
Probably.
John Tidor said that's what he said as well. He said that the aliens, that they have no idea how they actually do what they do, other than assume that it's a much superior form of time travel.
Rixie, they probably were high.
Probably.
What is this? Titanic job? Wait, what does this word say?
Oh, Titanic was an inside job.
No, put that too believable.
It's a false flag. Like 9/11.
Too believable.
Yeah, I mean, they could have did it for insurance. I'm actually pretty sure they did do it for insurance, because it doesn't make sense that they went off course and slammed into an iceberg. It's stupid. It's like really stupid, actually. Like, they purposely would have had to try to hit the damn thing. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's no way they hit that thing the way they did. And
put animal spies into too believable.
Oh my god. Okay.
There could be. I mean, you don't know. I mean, even National Geographic use spy animals. They exist.
Okay, fair point. Even hunters have spy animals. They have like little like
exactly. I mean,
stuffed squirrels with cameras in their eyes.
Basically, has so much money they could make something pretty believable.
I would have been too, Derp Lord. I would have been too.
Who knows? Maybe spy pigeons do exist.
They did have to recharge the birds. Yeah, they'd replace their batteries. Yeah,
because we weren't out.
They said, stay inside for a couple weeks.
I'm not going to talk about the COVID one. That's too controversial.
Yeah, that's why I kind of shoved them in the middle. I mean, people believe it, but I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not going to talk about that one.
Oh, yeah, the dolphins for sea mines and seals, too. They train dolphins and sea lions and shit to, like, help the Navy with, like, sabotaging boats and taking out sea mines and like all sorts of shit. That is true, Viking or L-Band, yeah. Mr. Viking.
Yeah, put that in too believable.
So hear me out. The Zetas, the Greys, and the Dolphins.
Ever wonder why after July 4th there's always dead birds on the ground? Maybe the fireworks. I don't know.
military trained sea lions and dolphins are real.
Dolphins are evil.
Yeah, they
Dolphins are evil creatures.
So what we do to manatees, dolphins do to us. It comes full circle. Get it? Play on words. Anyways.
What is Dark Utopia? What is this?
Oh no, it's DPRK, Democratic Republic, or DR.
Political.
The People's Democratic Republic of Korea. North Korea. Is North Korea utopia?
No.
It's only as political as you make it. No.
That's totally wacky.
That's what I mean. I'm sure that it's a utopia for like the people that are super loyal, that are rich.
Yeah, rich, yeah. But it's not.
But the majority of people, like 99% of people, probably are screwed.
It's poor people. Okay, Sasquatch.
Luke, they also glow in the dark.
What? What is Cult of Saturn?
Fuck if I know. Schizo posting.
Hold on, I got this.
I looked into it and it was like some Roman-esque bullcrap. I don't know.
I saw one that said the Roman Empire never ended.
It didn't. Look at the Vatican.
Oh gosh, this is horrifying.
What?
This painting, I want this off my screen.
Oh.
I'm not showing you guys.
This is for the paywalled experience.
Very uncanny valley. Bro's eating probably human meat in his hand. That looks like human skin.
Some long pig.
The cult of Saturn is a term that refers to various ancient and modern beliefs and practices associated with the Roman god Saturn, also known as Cronus in Greek mythology. Okay, it's ancient Roman cult. Saturn was worshipped as the god of agriculture, wealth, and time. His cult was centered on the Temple of Saturn on the Capitoline Hill, where the Roman treasury was located. The cult was associated with the festival of Saturn. Okay, I think this is. I'm sure there has to be a cult of Saturn.
It still exists today, like another weird Illuminati.
I mean, it could be. I'm gonna put that a little bit higher. I'm gonna put that in the "you had me in the first half" now.
All right, what about tulpas?
What is a tulpa? Do I have to look this up too?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me look.
Also tulpa or tulpamancying, I guess, would be the proper terms. A tulpa is the object. Tulpamancy is the art or act of creating said tulpa.
Intelligent companions imagined to exist.
Nyasta, which one's fake or conspiracy?
Which one?
I don't know. Nyasta said, but he might be delayed. I'm not sure which one Nyasta's talking about. I need the context.
Yeah. It's like an intelligent companion. Named anything. Oh, okay. Tulpa is given name to anything formed through meditation, focusing of an idea. Theory is that if you meditate hard enough on an idea, it will materialize. Tibetan monks practice this often.
No, tulpa is like imagining your waifu so hard that she exists.
Shit, I wish that was real.
Yeah, like it's like willing things into existence. So do you see on the list how there's a Sasquatch tulpa one as well? There's like biological, extraterrestrial, and tulpa Sasquatch. And I was like, oh, what the is a tulpa Sasquatch? Like you believe in Sasquatch so much he exists.
He exists?
Yeah. Denny materializing cat girls right now.
I wish.
Just feeling your force super pala, put the bull outside your skin. What the f are you on, Yasta? What? How do you tulpa? How to tulpa 101. I'm trying to get some cat girls.
Yeah, I'm trying to see some cat girl cities. The Roman names for the Greek gods sound so fake to me. It just feels like the planets were named first.
The Romans try to name everything off of other things. So they just repurposed everything, to be honest. In your case, cat boys.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring Cult of Saturn up.
To craziness? Or
would you like to be shared to believable? Like you had me in the first part.
Okay.
I don't think we should talk about the Elders of Zion.
Yeah, I know. That's why earlier
that
when
might
you
get
were
too controversial.
Yeah, I got told to stop talking about it last time it was up, so
yeah, I don't think we should talk about that one. Tupac lives. I'm gonna keep that one and possibly schizo posting.
Which one? Oh, Tupac lives. Yeah, that one's definitely schizo posting. I don't know, man. I feel like Tupac would have came back with a vengeance by now, man.
Yeah, no.
He'd have came back swinging.
I can't tell my stance on the Nephilim.
Yeah.
Too religious.
Yeah, all the ones I have on that list that are kind of religious, I just stuck them somewhere quick and fast. I'm just like,
Let's see. We went through a lot of them.
Yeah.
Martian slave colonies.
Yeah, that one, I was like, what? Martian slave colonies? What? I wonder if this has to do with that
totally wacky.
That map that you showed me.
The fuck is a Martian slave colony?
That's not wacky. That one's not even schizo posting. That one's real.
Martian slave colony.
That's the point, Derp Lord. We're going for quality or not quantity.
Oh, the Trudeau is what's his name?
Fidel Castro's son.
Fidel Castro's son. You know, they look pretty similar.
They look similar, but I think it's schizo posting, bro.
Yeah, I think are they just going off looks?
Yeah, I think so. What? They're just going off like young Castro versus him. They're like, wait a second, they both be looking kind of cute, you know? They got similar features.
Hear me out, guys.
Yeah, Lulu's like, hear me out, young Castro.
I can't.
Young Castro got all.
He probably got a lot of bitches.
He got all the ladies, yeah, all the maidens.
Treat them right though. Polybius. What is this?
Polybius. Oh my God! Look up Polybius. Just look it up.
I'm looking it up.
This one's crazy.
I don't want to see the Saturn picture again. That was so scary.
Thank you, Nano, for the clap. Also, hi, Nano. Sorry, I didn't mean to ignore you. I'm just trying to focus on everything at once.
Polybius. Urban legend. Fictions. 1981 arcade game. The original legend describes games as a part of the government-run crowdsourced psychology experience based in Portland. Oh, Portland.
People swear that this existed, though.
Gameplay supposedly produce intense, psychoactive, and addictive effects on the player. Move that one up.
To wacky?
No, to
believable, or had me in first half.
Maybe.
Oh, okay. Maybe. So it says it's an urban legend, but a lot of people remember it, right? So it's like it was like I kind of remember that kind of thing when people were talking about it, and it became this conspiracy theory that maybe Polybius actually existed, and it could just be like either covered up or like kind of like Mandela effect, right? Yeah, exactly, Derp Lord.
Is this a Roman god? Polybius?
Polybius? I don't.
This is an Austrian. Hold on. There's a statue of a guy.
Is he mogging on us?
I think he's mogging. Here.
You're sending it to me? Is he mogging?
Is this Polybius? Is this like a Roman god or a Greek god or something? Yeah, move that one up to believable, Polybius. It could have existed.
It could have existed, and it was just like people remember it, and it's a cover up that it didn't exist.
Yeah. Couldn't the government try to cover it up?
Yeah, or the Mandela effect covered it up, or both.
Yeah, this is what I saw when I looked at Polybius.
He's mogging, but he needs to mew more. His jawline is lacking. You see what I'm saying? Like, jawline lacks.
Yeah. Yeah, it is lacking. He needs to look smack some more. A lot of these theories seem like the result of one hit of the evil blunt. That is so true.
Seem like the result of a one hit of the evil. Which was the evil blunt?
It's like, oh, you're calling Hades Pluto. How quaint.
How quaint.
How quaint. That sounds so sophisticated.
All
yeah,
right.
keep
Polybius up. You want me to move that one up? I wish I had it in front of me to move them up right now, but
oh no, it's okay.
We can rearrange them later.
My opinion.
Yeah.
My opinion. Skinwalkers? Anyone here actually believe in skinwalkers?
Honestly,
anyone in chat?
It just sounds like creepypasta shit to me. It's like the kids with the black eyes. It just
yeah.
Lone Wolf says they're real.
Really? Why do you think they're real, Lone Wolf? I do not think they're real.
I feel like the one that should not be named is more real than a skinwalker. I feel like the Wendigo is more believable.
Hey, don't say that.
I'm native.
Just kidding. I don't.
I'm allowed to say it. I guess. I get a light pass. I just can't say it 5 times fast.
Just kidding. You can say it. I don't really. Unless I see one, I happen to stumble across one in the forest.
Yeah, don't call it by what it is. It'll eat you faster. Or slower. No, it's not, because skinwalkers can, like, shift.
My goodness. Hello, Masher.
At least from what I've heard. Some people have compared them to be the same. That's why I said I think the one is more likely than the other.
Yeah, that makes sense.
They can manipulate, correct. They can like make noises and stuff, but they can't like they don't have like the psychological effect. They're more so just they hunt you.
Viking, which one do you think is more believable? Actually, did you know the skinwalker is mostly based off a European myth? What's a skinwalker?
That's what I'm saying, whereas the Wendigo is a Native American one. A skinwalker is like it can like shift. It's basically like a shapeshifter type of like creature. That it works completely off deception.
Exactly.
Why that was on the list of conspiracies, I don't know.
Interesting. What do you mean all shit? Did we say something?
So like a mimic? Like the skinwalker that's a mimic?
Yeah, I think that's what Viking is talking about, right? Or are we silly?
I do too, Vigil.
Lethal Company.
Yeah, when are we gonna? Yeah, we need to do another like Lethal Company roundup at some point.
Yeah, that was so scary. It was me and Pico, and we were trapped in this room, and it was a Skinwalker mod, and it was just outside of the door, just like having so many people's voices at once. It was actually really stressful.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't even tell like if she was talking to me, and she was right next to me.
Yeah,
I couldn't tell if it was her or not.
The only time I died in Lethal Company was I walked up to Pico and I looked to my right and there was me standing there and I looked over at Pico and I was like, Pico? And then I got killed by myself. It was a mimic.
I
Romance in the chat, what?
Bell that he was using the freaking mask.
Yeah, you murdered him with a shovel.
I murdered him because I got so freaked out. He was like, I'm gonna do it. And so I just got the shovel and just murdered him.
I remember when I picked it up, I didn't even have it over my face. I was like, guys, I found a mask. And everyone like locked me in a room and like, get away from us. And I was like, what?
Because it's scary. And it was me and Pico, we were together one time. And like we open the door and go in and like we see someone and we were like, hello? and it wouldn't talk back to us. And then it just started walking towards us, and it just fucking killed Pico. And I ran away screaming. I think you guys are gonna enjoy us playing Lethal Company whenever we get to stream on Twitch.
Chat is AniLive chat is like rizzing each other up. It's like,
Wait, what?
I don't know. Apparently we're just set in the mood. It must be this lo-fi.
No, it's the romantic.
The score is 79 out of 100 out of what? Oh yeah, somebody told me I'm supposed to take the rice purity test.
Oh my gosh. Should we take it?
Is that how I'm gonna end this stream?
It's not that. It's only 100 questions.
Only 100? Only 100?
Okay, you can scroll through them pretty fast. Because, like, after a point, it gets to, like, stuff you haven't done unless you're...
Okay, hold on.
Unless you've done a lot of, things. Let's see, rice.
Okay, hold on.
Actually, I'm not gonna do this one. I'll let you do it. I'm gonna save this for, like, something. Because mine's really embarrassing. Just look up rice purity test. No.
I haven't unchecked any of these yet. This is bad. Hold on.
I have actually done barely anything. That's why. That's why I find it embarrassing. A whole 10. I bet. Okay, I believe that Kenzo got a 10. The last time I took it, I got a 95.
Oh my lord.
Soma? Yes, I think Soma's gonna get a low score.
I'm fucked.
I think you're fucked, Soma. I never took it. Maybe I should. You should. You should do it on stream, Nano.
Ingested alcohol in a non-religious context. I drink alcohol religiously, actually, so I can leave this one unchecked.
Guys, I've never drank alcohol before in my life. Or done drugs. Please don't be nice.
Oh god, I haven't unchecked any of these and I'm past the 50s.
Oh no, Soma. You're for the streets, Soma.
Okay, I know I can skip this one. I can skip this one, okay. I can skip this one as well. I've never been convicted of a felony.
Soma is taking the rice purity test.
To be honest, I've done
revealing that he is
for future reference, all of these things I did in Roblox or Fortnite.
No, not the Roblox. In Minecraft. His Minecraft girlfriends. Probably worse.
This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous.
I mean, I already told my score. It's embarrassing because it's so high. Like, people don't expect that. You know, I usually... Soma, are you good? Are you gonna get, like, a... I miss my Fortnite boyfriend. Nano, you have a Fortnite boyfriend? What the fuck?
Okay, I haven't had the blah blah blah. Okay, can skip this one. Oh, okay.
Nano, I think you need to reveal this lore. Soma's really cool, guys. You should follow him on Twitter. Someone tell us your score. You already did it. You gotta tell us.
Okay, I definitely didn't do these ones. These are fucked. I'm glad I don't have a 0 score because some of these are really fucked. Okay, calculate. My score is 7.
Sorry. 7? Soma!
What?
Soma!
Is that good or bad?
7.
Yeah, it's a 7.
7.
That's the one. Hold on. Slow down.
You're for the
I'm for this.
Soma. My gosh. Great.
Exactly, Rixie. That's what I was thinking. That's like as low as you can get without being like on a list or in prison. Because some of these, I definitely was like, "Whoa, no, I have not done that one. That one's scary, illegal, and bad."
No way, you got a 7. So much life
It's
experience.
a glory.
I'm pretty young, so mine is naturally higher.
Between my day job, you guys caught me. That's what I am during the day. I'm actually a gigolo.
Yeah, so much surprised you're able to scream.
New conspiracy about Soma.
Soma is of the night.
Yeah, I'll send it to look. It's a 7.
How can you be worse than Kenzo, Soma?
What was Kenzo, a 10?
Soma. He was a 10.
I guess Kenzo's not as kinky.
7? Oh my. Guys, my jaw. Yeah, me too, Cora.
I didn't think it was gonna be that low, and then I started realizing that all of these were checked until I got to a couple of them that were like, "What the hell? No, I would never do that. I've never done that. That's crazy." And it was like, "Have you been convicted of a felony?" I'm like, "No, because I'm a really good lawyer of myself, so I couldn't choose that one." And then it's like, "Have you done things with animals?" I'm like, "Fuck no!" Like, you know, stuff like that. I clearly couldn't. I clearly couldn't check those ones off because I didn't do that. So that's why you were like, I think that's the lowest score you can have without like being in prison, Soma.
So much
Rixie.
So much late. He streamed.
Rixie, I already know what mine is. I could retake it though. I could see if there's a change in it now.
That one might take longer.
Yeah, that test might take a bit.
I'm not taking the BDSM test.
We're also hitting our link, or I mean our time limit, and
yeah,
my phone is on fire and dying quickly at this point.
Mine is also on fire.
We're cooking eggs on these phones.
Literally.
Do you have the highest score? You're innocent, Lone Wolf?
Lone Wolf, do you have like a 98?
79?
Lone Wolf, I have a 95.
Soma certified gooner, bruh. The AniLive experience. So I heard something about how people don't typically admit their test is low when they get a low test. Oops.
It's so funny because people call me a whore.
But now it's Soma.
My rice purity test is 95, guys.
Yeah, apparently it's me.
It's just because of the way my character looks.
Listen, Denny, how dare you accuse me of these things? I would never. Cora.
95 is a sad result. I know, it is sad. It's embarrassing, but
I speed ran mine. That was easy. I was like, which of these have I not done? Oh, these ones. They should have just had
Someone switched models with Lulu.
Someone switched models with Lulu. Femsoma when?
Femsoma? Hello, artist? Lulu held hands and had a Minecraft boyfriend. Yeah. Minecraft boyfriend at like 8 years old, guys.
Oh my gosh.
Like, what is that, 11 years ago?
This is what your parents get for chucking frogs. They did this. They chucked frogs and it made you get a boyfriend on Minecraft to try to escape the horrors.
I've held hands. I've made premarital eye contact.
Oh god.
Such a whore. Fucking whore.
Absolute harlot.
I let then check my ankles. How dare I?
Lulu took off the cowboy boots, and they really like the smell.
I'll let you guys see my ankle.
They like that
in my Southern Belle.
that fresh leather scent when you take them off.
Ankles so loose. Yeah, bye.
Oh,
you can
guys.
get pregnant. You can get pregnant with hand holding, guys.
This turned into obscene Zatsu really quick.
Don't hand hold. Don't premarital hand hold.
Yeah, so lesson to be learned after all these conspiracy theories: don't hold hands before marriage. You'll have a baby. You'll regret it.
Yeah, you'll regret it, and then
you won't become a VTuber.
Yeah, so don't hold hands.
Follow your dreams.
The only believable conspiracy.
The only believable one. Okay, no, Iraqi Stargate is pretty legit.
Nah, I think Time Cube is legit.
Time Cube is in its own category. I don't even know where to put Time Cube.
That's the only believable one, guys. The Earth is a cube, has 4 corners in the cube, even though that doesn't fucking make sense.
The Earth is a cube.
Corners, right?
For Earth, that shape was the cube. Wait, Plato was right. Earth is made on average of cubes.
True. Honestly, Time Cube being real would just be really funny.
What happens if the Earth is a cube? For one thing, if the Earth was molded into a cube but kept the same mass and amount of water, the oceans would pool up into 6 seas, one on each face of the cube Earth, protruding from the surface like a huge lens. The atmosphere would be... What the fuck? Why is there even stuff about this on the Earth?
What are you reading?
Google. I typed the Earth is a cube.
Minecraft's real, guys. That Minecraft boyfriend you had, or I had, was real.
He wasn't a replica?
No. Maybe, guys, he was a spy from the FBI.
Is it Chloe?
Sorry, it was multiple. Oh gosh, Chloe. Now that's a lie. I refuse to believe that. Yeah, a lot of people say that about me, but...
Aw, you and your replica are together.
That's cute.
Do they want you to kill them yet?
Not yet.
No, she's so happy.
That, though.
Have you ever asked her if she's programmed to be happy?
I think she's happy on Google.
Have I ever asked you that? No. Was I supposed to?
Damn.
What?
My God.
I don't want to know the details of your programming. Like, that seems like some really intimate shit. Like, I'm not dating Rixie. I can't ask her those questions.
I guess so.
This is why my AI girlfriend did this. I drove her to that point.
Damn. I think you're the problem, Soma.
I'm the problem. The Manhara landmine boy is the real problem.
I think it's you.
I mean, I did get a 7 on the Rise Purity test. It might be me.
Yeah, you got a fucking 7. I'll have to retake it and see if I get a lower score.
I don't...
At some point. I
got a 7, guys. Sieben.
Yeah, imagine getting lower than Tenzo. Yeah, you got a 7. Like, how is that? I guess that's low enough to where you're not committing crimes, right, Soma?
I mean, depending on the context. That's why I said some of these were done in Roblox.
I didn't even know there were people alive. I mean, I'm sure there are. I'm sure there's someone alive that got a 0.
No, there's gotta be some dude out there. No, because I feel like if you get okay, so some of those I feel like cancel out some of the other ones. Like if you're into like the bestiality and stuff that's in there, I feel like you're not going to have a high body count, and that's one of the things in there, right?
There's a worst test to take.
Oh yeah, then there was like the family one too. So yeah, in Alabama maybe Cora's right. Yeah, If you've seen the test,
Ew.
I would say that if you get a 0, you're probably from Alabama. 7's more of a Florida thing. I don't know. I'm starting to think that that's how Kenzo got a 10, though.
What do you mean? The incest?
No, the other one. Did you not read? Did you not hear him reading Wattpad? He read a thing about furries for like. I dissociated 3 times before he went. You know, this started to get weird, guys, and we're like, "Oh, it's starting to, Kenzo."
What?
Kenzo went hard on the Wattpad, my guy.
This. I didn't hear about this.
It was crazy. I watched it, but I was like dissociating listening, and I never actually found out what happened to Hot Dog Spice.
I did
Mystic, what happened to Hot Dog Spice, bro? Thank you, Nano. Thank you, Roxy. Oh my god, you gave me the big heart. Thank you, Roxy. Yeah, it was wild. I was like, am I going to be sane after this type beat? Like I said, I dissociated a few times, and then it switched to almost like the most normal Star Wars Wattpad I've ever heard in my life. It was boring. And then it switched to like yaoi, and there was like a femboy, and then Kenzo just kept reading it for a while before he went, this isn't that cringe. And we were like, Kenzo, why did you keep reading? Because you're supposed to be reading cringe, you know?
I think Kenzo is unfazed.
Yeah, he's unfazed. But see, I started associating at the point where Mr. Bean showed up at the Sonic Goes to the Furry convention, and then Mr. Bean showed up, and then there was a quote. I'm not going to use those words because, geez, I don't even know why Kenzo used some of these words, but Mr. Bean oofed himself, and I was like, no, Mr. Bean!
No, Mr. Bean, what?
And then, and it got weirder, and then there was a character named Hot Dog Spice, and then I went to go make a sandwich, and by the time I came back, they weren't talking about Hot Dog Spice anymore, and I was like, what happened to Hot Dog Spice?
I should have been there. What the fuck? No one told me.
It was a crazy, it was actually a pretty crazy stream. I'm glad I came in on it on accident. Unbothered, in his lane, flourishing. Yeah, and yet I'm the one with the lower rice purity test, but that explains a lot if Kenzo's reading that shit.
You really enjoyed it.
Hot Dog Spice was a furry. I don't remember what kind of furry he was, but that's the best furry name I've ever heard, Hot Dog Spice.
And I was thinking.
Alright, guys. We're past our time.
Yeah, it's 2:30 in the morning.
And Lulu is in the future, so Lulu's got to sleep.
Yeah, I have to sleep sometime.
So thank you for stopping by, listening to us yap, and learning about the truths in this world. They're not conspiracy theories. They're real. Time Cube is real.
Time Cube's real. Yours is a cube.
And our Zatsu banter. We appreciate you guys. So have a wonderful night, evening, morning, etc. And see y'all later.